Hi there and welcome to my new oil painting tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a pretty small oil painting but with a large amount of details. This is quite difficult to achieve with oil paints, at least from my point of view. And this oil painting is something special as well, because this is my Patreon commission. I'm so happy to be able to make such wonderful oil paintings and art for you, because you are supporting me. So this video is made to help you to improve your own skills with oil paintings or watercolors, or generally to make your own art better. So please enjoy! So I started this painting by directly transferring my reference onto the canvas. Normally I'm just starting by drawing my initial sketch directly onto the canvas with oil paint, but this time, since this painting has so many details and such a complicated composition, I decided to do it the other way. And you see that I'm filling out specific areas of the painting, and these are the darker areas. I find it personally very helpful to start with the darker areas of the painting, because they give me like a reference point on which I can build up my color layers. You could also just start with white areas or just with the middle tones, but for me I think the darker tones are a good starting point, and this is kind of how I start, I think, most of my oil paintings. And here I am blocking the colors in. So this portrait has a lot of grays and dark reds and blues and orange tones, so I'm blocking them in and try to fill out the values as best as I can in the first layer. And I'm always mixing one color, for example like gray, and then I'm placing this gray where I find the color in her face. And now there are only some areas or some places left, and I just fill them out. And you see that it takes quite a time to just mix the right colors and fill all the remaining areas out, and to make everything more or less smooth. It don't have to be perfect in the first layer of color. This is not important. This is the second session, and I am continuing with the details around the face, just to fill in the areas so that I can have all colors set, and I make sure that I can see how if the composition is right and if all colors are right. And I'm painting this beautiful poinsettia flower next to her ear. On the composition there is ivy, and I absolutely love ivy, and I prefer the kind with the white border. It has like white pattern. There's also the darker version of ivy, but I prefer like the cute white spotted ivy. And this painting is a composition I did together with one of my lovely Patreons, and she had the idea to add ivy since this is a symbol of femininity. I really just love to paint all those details. And here I'm filling out her shirt and just try to make interesting brush strokes, and not just to kind of boringly fill out the areas, but especially if you have the medium oil paint, you can do very much with the texture and with the brush strokes. And I'm always trying to get nice looking and interesting brush strokes. And here I'm filling out the leaves and of the ivy, and there's also mistletoe and holly, and I use a specific brush for everything that has leaves or has blossoms, everything nature related, and this is a flat brush. And I have another brush which is shaped like a knife, and this is very helpful if you paint those things, because you can easily get those leafy forms and shapes right. And I also use a flat brush for hair strings. And with those larger brushes you can make interesting gradients. And here I noticed, now where I have all colors set up in the composition, I noticed that the face was way too dark, so I had to add a complete... I'm sorry, this video is already over, but this is only the short version of the video. The longer version is available on my Patreon site. For only $5 a month you get access to not only this video, but also to all my other exclusive Patreon videos, in the past and in the future, as long as you stay a Patreon. Oh, and don't forget to check out all the other fun rewards I put together for you. Especially if you are interested in starting your very first art collection. On my Patreon site you get a 10% discount on my online shop, but not only that, you get extra deals on fine art prints, original watercolor illustration, and even your own original oil painting commission. So I would be absolutely thrilled to have you as a new member in my Patreon family. But if not, I hope I can see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye!